Hey guys, this is Satya. Welcome to our channel Inspiring Sagas. In this current pandemic situation, everyone in this world has one common question: which is the best COVID-19 vaccine? Is there a right answer to this question? Let's look out this video. Watch the complete video to get the answer. Before we go ahead and start off, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed yet. And please do click on the bell icon to get the notifications once I upload the video so that you would never miss any notifications. So why late? Let's get into the video and understand which is the best COVID-19 vaccine. With the rollout of COVID-19 vaccines accelerating, people are increasingly asking which vaccine is the best, covishield or covaxin. Even if we try to answer the question, defining which vaccine is the best is not that simple. Does it mean the vaccine better at protecting you from serious disease? The one that protects you from whichever variant is circulating near you? The one that needs fewer booster shots? The one for your age group? Or is it another measure entirely? Let's get a clarity on this. Even if you could define what's best, it is not as if you get a choice of vaccine. Until a suite of vaccines become available, the vast majority of people around the world will be vaccinated with whichever vaccine is available. That's based on available clinical data and health authorities' recommendations, or by what your doctor advises if you have any underlying medical conditions. So the candid answer to which COVID vaccine is best is simply the one which is available to you right now. Yes. Still not convinced? Here's why it is so difficult to compare COVID vaccines. Let's look at the clinical trial results. You might think clinical trials might provide some answers about which vaccine is best, particularly the largest phase 3 trial used as the basis of approval by regulatory authorities around the world. These trials, usually in tens of thousands of people, compare the number of COVID-19 cases in people who get the vaccine versus who get a placebo. This gives a measure of efficacy or how well the vaccine works under the tight controlled conditions of a clinical trial. And we know the efficacy of the COVID-19 vaccine differs. For instance, we learned from clinical trials that the Pfizer vaccine reported an efficacy of 95% in preventing symptoms, whereas AstraZeneca had an efficacy of 62 to 90% depending on the dosing regime. But direct comparison of phase 3 trials is complex as they take place at different locations and different times. This means rates of infection in the community, public health measures, and the mix of distinct viral variants can vary. Trial participants can also differ in age, ethnicity, and potential underlying medical conditions. It is tempting to compare COVID vaccines, but in pandemic, when vaccines are scarce, that can be dangerous. We might compare vaccines head to head. One way we can compare vaccine efficacy directly is to run head-to-head studies. These compare outcomes of people receiving one vaccine with those who receive another in the same trial. In these trials, how we measure efficacy, the study population and every other factor is the same. So we know any difference in outcomes must be down to difference between the vaccines. For instance, a head-to-head trial is underway in the UK to compare the AstraZeneca and Valneva vaccines. The phase 3 trial is expected to be completed later this year. How about the real world? Until we wait for the results of head-to-head studies, there's much we can learn from how vaccines work in general community outside clinical trials. Real-world data tells us about vaccines' effectiveness, not efficacy. And the effectiveness of COVID vaccines can be compared in the countries that have rolled out different vaccines to the same population. For instance, the latest data from UK shows both Pfizer and AstraZeneca vaccines have similar effectiveness. They both reliably prevent COVID-19 symptoms, hospitalisation and death even after a single dose. So what at first glance looks best according to the efficacy results from clinical trials doesn't always translate to the real world. How about the future? The COVID vaccine you get today is not likely to be your last, as immunity naturally wanes after immunization. Periodic boosters will become necessary to maintain effective protection. There is now promising data from Spain that mix and matching vaccines is safe and can trigger very potent immune responses. So this may be a visible strategy to maintain high vaccine effectiveness over time. In the other words, the best vaccine might be a number of different vaccines. Variant viruses have started to circulate, and while current vaccines show reduced protection against these variants, still protect. Companies including Moderna are rapidly updating their vaccines to be admired as variant-specific boosters to combat this. So while one vaccine might have been a great efficacy in phase 3 trial, the vaccine might not necessarily be the best at protecting against the future variants of concern circulating near you. Finally, I would like to conclude that the best vaccine is the one you can get right now. It is entirely rational to want the best vaccine available, but the best vaccine is the one available to you right now because it stops you from catching COVID-19, reduces transmission to vulnerable members of community, and substantially reduces your risk of severe disease. All available vaccines do this job and do it well. From a collective perspective, these benefits are compounded. The more people get vaccinated, the more community becomes immune, further curtailing the spread of COVID-19. The global pandemic is a highly dynamic situation with emerging viral variants of concern, uncertain global vaccine supply, patchy governmental actions, and potential for explosive outbreaks of many regions. So waiting for the perfect vaccine is an unattainable ambition. Every vaccine delivered is a small but significant step towards the global normality. So, the best vaccine is the one you get right now. Thanks for watching the video. Hope you like this video, and never wait for the best vaccine. The one that which is available for you right now is the best one, which will avoid in spreading this COVID-19. Thank you. Please do subscribe to our channel. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel Inspiring Sagas. And do not forget to click on the bell icon, which will help you in getting the updates and the notifications for the further videos. Thank you. Signing off for now, yours Satya.